This personal branding course will help anybody starting with personal branding and anybody that wants to scale and get clients that reach out to them and make money with it. So I will get straight into it. I will show you first my 4 long years of figuring out content creation and how it works. So I started light. I tried to figure out how to make money online and I started reselling Instagram pages. I bought this exact page when it had 5k followers and I sold it for $2,000 a year later because I made 150k followers with that exact page. As you can see, the views here 34 million, 17 million, and so on. As you can see, also some brand deals I did for that page because I had a lot of views. So 1 year later, I sold this page for $2k. Then I transitioned to eccentrics.rs. Eccentric.rs is actually my brand. When I was 16 years old, I made this brand in Serbia. I was making like maybe $1,000 per month. That's like 2 times more than a teacher's salary in Serbia. And at 16 years old, I figured out how to make money with my content, to actually position it in the right way, to reach the right audience that will buy from me. So literally, this image was downloaded from Pinterest. I just printed it on my hoodies and I sold like maybe hundreds and hundreds of them. It was viral one time in my city. Everybody was wearing them, and that's all thanks to my content creation skills that I learned actually through doing this eccentrics.rs. Then I transitioned to some more serious jobs. I got invited to work on some big projects selling some high ticket stuff and some products that were like 80, 90, $100. And I actually made so much more money to those guys who invited me to do that. And they made like 100 orders per day with me. So that's the second thing I practiced my content creation skills. Then it was my personal branding. I started personal branding after that. So I made very good results with this kind of content, like flexing and lifestyle content. I made pretty good results for Serbia, like 3.3 million views, 800k, and so on. And then the big one. So after that, I managed to get onto the lower trend. For anybody that doesn't know, I hopped on a trend that got me 200 million views in like 2 weeks. As you can see here, 76 million views, 12 million views, 8 million views, and so on. It's crazy. Like as you can see here, in less than 1 month, I got 112 million views on Instagram. And as you can see here, 65 million views on TikTok. Then I reached 30k followers on Instagram. And this is where I am today on Instagram. 30k followers, a lot of loyal followers, and actually made big progress in content creation through those 4 years, as you can see. So let's get right into the sauce of this course. 2 reasons why all of you want a successful personal brand. It's either to become famous, right? To have people that want to take pictures with you and so on. You should be focusing on views and entertaining if you want to become famous. So if you focus on views and entertaining, you will get a little cash, not that much money, but medium followers and fame and views will be through the roof. So I did that through one phase of my life. I posted that trendy viral content, as you can see here, the entertaining content. I was actually famous in my country. Not that famous, but actually kids were taking pictures with me. I was called out my name on TikTok non-stop, literally on the street. They call me Kiki Money and so on, but I didn't make any money with it. So the second reason you want to start a successful personal brand is to make shit ton of money easier. This is the best thing you can do if you want to make shit ton of money. Never focus on views if you want to make multiple figures per month. I had millions and millions of views when I filmed entertaining content, but I didn't earn anything from it. So views are not important at all. Messages. So the message is very important in every single video you do. Message is the crucial thing that will separate you from making 10k per month and will separate you from making 100k per month. So that leads us to providing straight value with being unique. You need to provide value if you want to actually make money with your personal brand. If you do fitness, if you do, I don't know, sales, if you do video editing or anything you do, if you provide straight value to your audience, you will attract high quality followers. You will attract people that want to work with you later on. The message is key here. You need to remember this little block here. The message is so crucial in your content creation. If you don't have the right message, you won't reach out to the right people. So the right message is made by figuring out who is your ideal customer. So if you're doing fitness, for example, your ideal customers are, for example, overweight people, and you want to help them to lose weight and gain muscle. You need to be reaching out to them, not to anybody else. Like, you should not be filming entertaining content nonstop and trying to get views and so on, because views won't make you any results. And that's what I felt on my skin. I gained so much views, but I didn't make any money because I didn't reach to the right people. So if you're starting out, if you're a fresh personal brand, you should be focusing on 2 to 4 videos per day. Try to make 2 to 4 videos per day talking about your topic. See what phrases work, see what hooks work, what call to actions work. You will test out. If you're a fresh personal brand, you should be posting 2 to 4 videos per day because you're fresh, and Instagram algorithm needs to figure out who to show your content to. So you figure that out very fast by posting 2 to 4 times per day if you're a fresh personal brand. But if you're an active personal brand, if you have like 5 to 10, 15k followers, if you're a fresh guy, you should stay consistent with at least 1 quality video per day. What 1 quality video means? 1 quality video is a video that has so much value in it, like they will be amazed with the value in that video. So you need to amaze people with value in that exact video, and you need to make it look high quality. So you need to have a great background, great lighting, great camera quality. If you're filming on Android, you should not do that. You need to buy an iPhone or a professional camera, and that brings you to low views, but actually some medium number of followers, but a lot of cash, because you reach out to people who are interested in your exact niche. You should be only focusing on your niche and the right message in your video for those exact people. When you have the right message, you reach out to the exact niche you're doing, you will not get that much views because you're providing non-stop value, but you will get a little bit more followers, but a lot of money. You will generate a lot of money through that if you sell coaching, if you sell digital products or so on. But if you're already an established personal brand, you already have a product to sell. So you don't need to come up with ideas for products. So you will get so much more money if you focus on niched down content, talking specifically about your niche, about the things you're doing, how you can help people that are in your niche, and so on. Unlike entertaining and viral content, so on the other side, viral and entertaining content will get you not that much cash, but a lot of fame and views. But we don't need that because we don't have money from it. But on the other hand, the niche down and value content will make you so much more money if you implement it correctly. We will get later on into that, how you can make money with it. But if you're an established personal brand, you already have a product, so don't worry about that. Providing straight value with being unique you is what we need right now. So standing out makes you money. In personal branding, standing out makes you money. As you can see here, William, Nick Setting, Moritz, Rob the Bank, every single one of these guys has their unique style of posting. And they're famous for example, Rob the Bank is famous because of his style. He's non-stop changing his style, his glasses and so on. Moritz is more like emotional type of videos and so on. Nick Setting is more like this dark place, as you can see, with value. As you can see, Moritz like dark car and something emotional. William is a fitness influencer famous for his videos in a parking lot without the shirt, but with his ring light on. As you can see, it's clearly seen his face, and the background is minimalistic because he's in a parking lot and you cannot see anything. And it is a very unique style of posting. So they all have something unique in their content. So how do you stand out? You need to unlock creativity. So how do you unlock creativity in personal branding? You need to unlock your genius. So how do you unlock your genius in your mind? You unlock your genius by sitting half an hour in your room alone with no distractions, removing your phone from the room and thinking clearly. What should you be thinking? Think about the things you want to make happen. If you're thinking about making millions and millions of dollars, you will come up with a business idea and you will actually unlock your creativity by thinking. Let's say you sit in a room and you want to have 50k followers on Instagram, for example. Your mind will subconsciously start thinking how to reach that goal. And by doing that, you unlock creativity. And with creativity, you start being yourself. You unlock yourself. You're not anybody else. You're not copying others. So you unlock your true self, your true mind, your true power of mind. Next time you're stuck with no ideas, sit in the quiet room, remove your phone from the room, and start thinking for 15 to 20 minutes to half an hour along with yourself what you want to accomplish. Tell yourself what you want to accomplish, what are your goals, and your mind will start thinking subconsciously how to get to that goal. It is very easy to do that, so go sit in that room and remove every single device from it. So that leads us to being yourself. When you start being yourself, you don't copy anybody. You become your true self, and people who follow you, who see your content, follow you because you're being yourself, not anybody else. You're not being Ronaldo, you're not being Messi, you're not being Rob the Bank, you're not being Moritz, you're being you. And people will follow you because you are being yourself. And that is the most valuable thing you can do. If people can follow you by being yourself, you already won. You made money, bro. You already made money. So you just need the correct systems to convert those people that follow you. So we will get later on that how you can convert those qualified followers. If it happens that you don't get an idea what to post or something like that, if you don't get that much results, try to copy others but add your twist. Don't copy fully, add your twist on it. So that's the way you make your brand recognizable and you actually make your brand personal. With making your brand personal, that leads us to ingredients that every personal brands need to skyrocket. So these videos make your personal brand skyrocket, bro. Like every single creator you see here uses these kinds of videos to reach out to people and to actually get eyeballs to their brand. First of all, we have emotional videos. Emotional videos are the videos of your stories. For example, where have you been before and where are you now? Before and after videos, your storytelling videos, for example, the videos you're telling your story of something you have been doing in your life, something that was going bad but is doing okay right now, and so on. Like storytelling videos are crucial in your content. And suffering videos are also the boom in your content that you need to actually skyrocket. So if you have anything that you have suffered before, like maybe you worked for 12 hours for some shit paycheck or something like that, and you're doing much better right now, you need to show that to people. If you've been emotionally down and you've been so depressed or something like that, show that to the world. That will gain so much more trust and so much more qualified followers to your profile, and you will gain loyal followers. That's the crucial thing you need in your business. When you show these 3 types of videos in your content, you will make your personal brand boom. Literally, you will make your content boom. You will make so much more views, followers, and people that want to stick with your content. But with this, you make trust, and anything you sell later on, people will trust you even more and will buy from you. This makes a boom. As you can see here, they connect, they trust you more, and they want the same outcome. So maybe they are already in that situation, that bad situation. They are maybe depressed, they don't have that much money or something, that they can connect with you. When they connect, they feel that they have already been there and they want to follow the journey and they want to gain the outcome you have now. So the things you have reached now at this point in your life, they want to do it the same. Because if you show the things you were suffering in, and they will see the exact same thing they've been through, and they want the exact same outcome, so they will pay you to make that outcome happen, as you can see here. So they pay. The second very important type of video is proof videos. How do we make proof videos? It is through lifestyle. We have lifestyle content, client testimonials, you interview your clients, and success. You actually film the success you had in your business, in something you do, your services or anything. Once you post lifestyle content, client testimonials, success, you make proof videos that build trust, and you actually show fruits of your labor. Like, you show everything you have made from that exact thing you're doing, and they will trust you more, and that will lead them to paying you for that service. Value videos, very important. We mentioned them on the start, like problems you had. Give out the secrets. Niche specific content. We talked about that on the beginning. Give out the secrets. So give out the most valuable things you have done in your business that were helping you make more money or make more views, or something that you do in your business that, let's say, it helped you lose weight in 1 month or something like that. Give the secrets away, give the sauce away, because that actually leads to high quality followers. That brings people that want to listen to you. That brings loyal followers that will later on become high quality customers, as you can see here. Also post problems you had in your business. Maybe the problems in your fitness or something you do for your personal brand, the problems you had and how you overcame that. So show people what they should not be doing in your content. So that is also a value video, what they should not be doing to reach that goal. So that leads us to high quality followers, and high quality followers lead to high paying and high quality customers. So you feel fulfilled when you work with them. After we figure out what you should be posting and how to actually position your content, this leads us to things you should not be doing in your content or your personal brand. So these were the things that cost me a lot of time, that cost me a lot of money. So stop doing this immediately if you're doing this right now. Overthinking will kill you, bro. Like, if you're overthinking content, what you should be posting and so on, you will lose so much time and energy on that. Like, I told you already how to get ideas. Sit in a quiet room, 15 to 20, 30 minutes, think clearly, and think what goals you want to achieve. And that will automatically turn your brain on to start working for you. And it will unlock creativity, and you will get much more ideas. So stop overthinking content, ideas, and posting time, bro. Like, I see so many people stress about the posting time. You don't need to worry about that. I post my content like in 3 a.m. and it gets 100k views the next day. So don't worry about that. Stop overthinking your true self. If you're overthinking what will other people say, like if you're taking other people's opinions, if you're not confident enough, if you should be posting your real self, you should not be even starting this personal branding journey. Like, you need to be your true self. Like, if you're a crazy guy, something like cringy guy or anything, like, I don't care what you are, like, people, if you post that kind of content, they will forget that in like 2 minutes. They watch their ass, they don't watch your ass. So they don't give a fuck if you go naked on the street. They will forget that in like 5 minutes, and that's it. You should not be selling bad, unproud stuff. Like, you should not be selling stuff just to make money. You should not be selling stuff without a purpose, without something that you're going for. If you're not confident in your product or service, you should not be selling that. If you sell some scammy shit, you should not be selling that. You will kill yourself with that kind of posting. If you just sell random courses or anything just to make money, you won't make any money. You need to have purpose in anything you sell. If you're selling one-on-one coachings, don't sell that high-ticket coaching just to make money, because the guy who pays for that won't be satisfied and you won't make any other clients besides that one. First, find the purpose in your product. Find something that you really want to sell, and you will actually make money with it. And the deadliest thing of all, no purpose. If you don't have a purpose in your videos, you will suffer. You will literally post and won't make any results. Like, if you're posting without a purpose, Like if you're just posting to check that to-do list, you won't make any progress. You will kill your personal brand. You can post for 10 years straight. You won't make any progress if you're just posting. Post because of you. Post to learn something new. Post to connect with people. Post to network. Because personal branding is not just posting stuff online. Personal branding is connecting and networking with people with the same mindset. And you will gain so much more connections and people that are like-minded, and you will accumulate so much more success. Personal branding is not just posting stuff online. Personal branding is connecting, making connections, learning people something they have never heard before, helping people. Like personal branding should be this kind of paradise in your eyes, the one big place where you can connect, where you can actually be your true self and feel fulfilled. And that's what it means to have a purpose in your personal branding. You shouldn't post content if you have unclear message, if you don't know who to actually show your content to, if you don't know your ideal customer. You should not be posting. Like, you need the clear message in every single video you post. No purpose and unclear message leads you to low quality followers that won't buy anything from you, that will just sit in your follower list and watch your stories and not buy anything from you and not actually interact with you. So that leads us to adding something new to your personal brand. So if you have a boring life, for example, you need to be adding something new to your content. Like, people won't watch your stuff if you don't have something that you can show. So you need to be interesting. How can you be interesting? By being unpredictable. People love unpredictability, so they actually follow that stuff and they actually want to see that because they don't know what's coming next. So how do you implement this boring life strategy? You implement it by actually filming in different places, in different, clothes. Try to change everything about your filming for that specific week. For example, tell yourself, go on Monday in the forest. As you can see here, I was filming in nature here. Go in forest at Monday and you take your chair from your home or whatever and sit in that forest and film for your personal brand. Get ready and get those ideas that you want to film for the next 7 days and sit in that forest and record stuff, because it's a totally new environment, not something that followers see every single day. So for example, that would be the first week. The second week, you maybe can go in a luxury hotel. So go on Monday, sit in a luxury hotel, have a great background, like something glorious, and actually film that and post that. And when you have that unpredictability to your profile and your content, everybody is waiting to see your stuff because they don't know what's coming next. So you need to spike that feeling to your followers. This is how I exactly did it. Like, for example, here, I did it in the nature. I did it with those like MIRO videos, typeform videos or whatever. I did this with only forcing this white shirt with talking head videos. And I did this with these kind of videos you've seen already on my profile. So you need to be doing something interesting. Maybe for me, the next week will be by the pool, by the beach, by a sports car or anything. Like, you need to be creative. So if you have a boring life, get ready with your ideas, make your ideas ready for the next 7 days of content, go film that content in a certain place and post that for 7 days and repeat. You need to repeat that every single week so you can actually grab your audience's attention and be interesting. So what is product FOMO? Always add something new. So if you can add something new with your products, with your services, with something that you're doing in your business, people will create fear of missing out. Because if you post something new that you're creating and pursuing on your story and that they can actually buy or be a part of or something, it makes a fear of missing out. So when you create that fear of missing out, you actually make those guys interested in what you're doing. So they will follow your stuff much better. And you need to be always adding something new to your products or services. That's the key thing that can actually boost your sales, boost your engagement, leads, and so on, because people love new stuff. So you need to be always practicing to add something new to your product, make something happen. Like, let's take this for example. This is a great example. Remember the days when you were playing video games, like maybe Fortnite or something like that? Fortnite would not be interesting at all if it didn't have updates, it had literally every single month an update, a big update, and it changed seasons and so on, whatnot. It changed skins, changed the, I don't know, maps and whatever, but it keeps updating. That's why you've actually been playing Fortnite for so long. So you need to do that exact thing with your product and your content. When you do that, you make unpredictability and you make people hooked and addicted to your content. This is the golden tip I just made for you. Like, you need to understand. If you didn't understand this, I don't know, you're dumb, bro. Like, so film the journey of you improving. You need to be doing that constantly. If you have something big going on in your life, or your product, or your services, or your business, or whatever, you need to be always filming that improving period. Like, let's take Iman Gadji for example. He was on YouTube for 10 years. He filmed when he was broke, when he didn't have any money, any clients. He filmed his journey. You need to be doing that the same way he did. Everybody's doing that right now. They're filming themselves while they are still broke. I'm not a millionaire, but I film myself. I film my journey. I know I will become a millionaire. And I will watch this video in like 3 years from now, 4 years from now, I don't know how long, and be like, bro, I actually made it. And the people who watch this stuff right now and follow this journey will be your loyal fans, your loyal followers. You need to start posting and filming that journey from the beginning. You need to be honest. If you're broke, you're broke. Film that if you're broke. So tell the people who are also broke, tell them your struggles, tell them everything they need to hear to feel that connection. When they feel connected, they will follow you, they will be your loyal followers. And then later on, you do this for a longer period of time. You need to be investing in the future. If you invest right now in filming that kind of content, like maybe 1, 2, 3 years from now, like somebody from your follower list will go back to your old videos and be like, oh my god, bro, like he made it. He made it. I'm gonna buy his stuff. I'm gonna buy his stuff 100%. I am in the exact same situation he was in 3 years ago. And look at him now. He got millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars or views or I don't know what, followers. And that will lead him to actually buy your stuff because he connects with you, because he is in the exact same position you were 3 years ago. That's simple stuff. Just takes consistency and determination and discipline. So you need to actually be filming everything you do. Even if you feel sad, even if you feel down, even if you're broke or what else, you need to be filming that. I will tell it again. I need to get this in your mind. Like somebody will watch that stuff 3 years later when you're already successful and be like, oh man, I'm in the exact same position. I need to do that exact thing he did. Like, how can I do it? Oh, okay, he sells a course, he sells coaching, he sells this, he sells that, and he will buy because you filmed that and he has trust and you have actual credibility to say those things and actually teach people because you've been in that exact situation 3 years ago and you're not anymore. So constantly showcase huge things in your career. You need to be constantly showcasing huge things. Like for example, you've been mentioned in Forbes, you've been mentioned in news, or like something that is big. Like I don't know what's big for you. Like post huge things in your career that are happening. Like maybe you got promoted, you got hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of views, I don't know what, but post that stuff. It's very crucial. That leads to trust and fear of missing out. When people actually see that journey, they have a fear of missing out. Like because they are in this exact same position you were 2 years ago and they want to achieve that stuff you achieved right now. So that's fear of missing out. Next thing, how you can use your stories correctly. Stories are the most important thing you can do in your business when you film content or you have a personal brand, because that's literally 50% of your income. And I will show you exactly the method how I use that to sell my high ticket coaching with just a few stories, a few simple stories. Like it's so simple. You don't need to have hundreds of thousands of followers. You need to have literally 500 followers that are qualified to get somebody to buy this high ticket coaching. And I will show you that in a minute, but let's start with stories. So stories are 50% of your income. Like if you don't believe this, I will prove that to you right now. We need converting stories and stories that connect. Let's go on the converting stories first. We have story sequences. This is the most important thing you can do in your personal branding. Like if you post story sequences, this is the thing that will get you so much more story views, so much more money, so much more loyal followers, and so much more people to connect with. Like, this is literally a cheat code if you want to achieve something you want on Instagram. What are story sequences? The story sequences are like 3 to 4 to 5 stories in a row that actually tell a certain story, tell a certain problem, I don't know, fix a certain problem, that gives something people that they can actually watch and be and get value from. So I will show you this quick example of my story sequence right now. So less than 2 years ago, I had a wish to film on social media with a total of 1K followers. Had many limiting beliefs at that time, thinking, what will others say? How should I act in front of the camera? Should I be serious or entertaining? But my nature is both. So I actually made it with both types. As you can see, I film entertaining plus educational content, doing actually what I love. And you should follow that path of unlocking what you really desire to. Because of that, I'm making money while being who I am from my personal brand. And big is yet to come. And I would like to teach those starting with personal branding, those who already have one, and those who want to scale their products or services through personal branding. So I had 3 options here, as you can see. The real ingredients of a money-making personal brand. So for free, I would like to teach them that for free. So this was the story sequence that got a lot of people interested in this exact video you're watching right now. This was made for a personal branding course. So I mentioned it. It's totally free. As you can see, it's free on YouTube. Everybody's watching it for free. I made a simple quiz here, a poll or something to get engagement on my story, because we need the engagement on our stories. We don't actually want views or people that actually just watch. We need people to engage. When you make people engage, you literally own them, because if you make them engage more than 5 to 6 times on your stories, they will actually build an unconscious habit in their mind to actually respond to your stories, to engage with it, and so on, and they will later convert to your clients. So it is very, very useful, very good psychological trick, so use that. And as you can see, when I made this poll here, first tell me the stage of your personal brand right now. New, already have a personal brand, I want to scale. I redirected everyone to my YouTube channel. So all of those views, I had like maybe 2,000 views on that story, and this one and this one. After that, I made this story of me mentioning my YouTube channel, and after that story I made so much more subscribers. Like, it's very easy to actually gain something when you make a little story, when you fix their problem and so on, because you can do it with your coaching, with your course. Last month I did this for my coaching. I also made a little story on my stories, like a story sequence for coaching. I made exact thing like here, but for coaching. And I actually got many people interested, like maybe 6 of them responded to that story, very interested, very hot about being in that one-on-one coaching with me. And all 6 booked the call with me. I was on the call with them, and the 3 actually bought the one-on-one coaching I offer. So this is very simple. It made me thousands of dollars by just posting story sequences. The story sequences are literally a cheat code if you want to sell anything. This exact example is just this YouTube video you're filming right now. It was for my free personal branding course you're watching now. So this is just an example. You can do this for coaching, for courses, for services, for anything you do. Story sequences are the best. We have wins. Wins are very, very important. You need to have wins on your stories. Like, for example, after you do your one-on-one coaching story sequence or your course sequence, you need to at least add one story that actually shows results of your clients, like 1 million views, $7,000 car, a guy from my course. Like, you need to show actual results. Like, as you can see here, 1 million views. This guy bought a car in my course that's worth 7,000 euros. We have this guy having very satisfied client, 5 million views. I don't see that there was like 1 million views, but I don't see it where it is. I didn't post it actually. We have Marco. He's the actual guy who is in my course. I was showing a little interview of him. How is he satisfied with my content creation mastery? And I also shared this kind of wins of my students in the Discord channel. So the best types of wins you can actually post, or testimonials, however you want to call it, is making these kind of little interviews. So if you have a client you've been working with and he has a great results, ask him like, hey, can you please hop on a call with me? I'll ask you a few questions just to give me a feedback, just to give me feedback about my service. So I want to share that to other people as proof, as a testimonial or something. This is the best thing you can do. Like, this gets so much trust and so much credibility. Even these, like, it's very, very good when you post this kind of stuff. You need to be posting testimonials constantly, and give your energy to those testimonials. Give more energy to that, because this will actually make results. This can make results. This makes your stuff actually be trusted. So as you can see, 3 million views, 7,000 euro car. Like, I've got so much testimonials I can post. So you need to make that for you. And this leads us to desired outcome. You make money with that. Story sequences, wins lead to making you cash. After we have done the converting stories, we need to transition to stories that connect. Stories that connect are very, very important, because you don't want to be constantly selling something. You don't want to be constantly showing wins. Like, people will recognize that as you just want to get money out of them, and they won't watch your stories anymore. So you need to make stories that actually connect. This was a story for my health buddies, like fitness buddies. This $40 vitamin D changed my life. No brain fog, and finally thinking clearly for months now. Plus tests through the roof for my healthy buddies out there. I literally provided free value about some fitness I don't even do, but this actually helped me. This vitamin D actually helped me, and I wanted to recommend that to my audience. Like, they need to get value. They don't need to be constantly getting something that is being sold to them. So they need to get value from you also. I was running here, for example, didn't want to run today, but I did it anyway. Just be 1% better than them every day, do it enough times, and they'll be left in dust. A free motivational quote, for example. So we have this. Does your barber have a piano? No, that's what I thought. I was playing piano at my barber's. So people can actually see your personality, so they can actually get to know you, who you are really. You need to be posting stuff tied to your personality. If you're like me, who is an extrovert, I like to do funny and interesting stuff and post that to stories. I like to do that. I'm a charismatic guy. I want to do that. Like, this story is interesting because who has a piano in a barber store? So I just was making a story of me playing a piano in a barber shop. Like, if you can do that too, do it. It's showing your personality actually. And now we get onto the sauce. How you can actually convert those people that respond to your story, and how to monetize out of them if you're selling anything online. For those guys who are scaling, who want to make more than 20K per month, more than 30K per month. I don't know how much you want, but like, if you're stuck from 5 to 10K per month and you don't know how to actually get those leads converting, listen to this. This is a very good tactic you can use right now. Use it while you can, because people are actually discovering this tactic more and more, and it will be used more and more and more and more, and it will be oversaturated, so it won't work anymore. So use it while you still can. For example, here, you need to get personal with people. I outreach to this certain guy, this guy here. This exact message is on Serbian, by the way, but I will translate that to English as a business, for example. Hey man, thanks for the follow. Did you follow me because of my content, or did you show interest in content creation that I do? He told me, like, I have an interest of making content online, and we got to text each other forwards and backwards, and I actually booked that guy for a meeting. I sent him the link, we were on the meeting, and I actually, as you can see, powered by Stripe, thanks for your payment, let's make some money. He paid me for one-on-one coaching because I just reached out to him asking, did you follow for my content or did you follow for my content creation? Because I just told him, hey man, thanks for the follow. Did you follow because of my content, or did you show an interest in content creation? And he actually told me I show interest in content creation. And you can do this for anybody. Like, how you can do this more efficiently. As soon as somebody follows you, you can get your appointment setter to do this for you, or maybe manage chat automation or something like that. Whenever somebody follows you, you should send him a message like this one. And that will spike the conversation and potentially make him book a call with you, and potentially make him pay you high ticket services or a course or something, whatever you're selling. So you need to have an appointment setter. If you don't have an appointment setter, you can do this by yourself. Just outreach to people that follow you or like your stories, or like your posts or comment your posts, like people that actually engage with your profile, and make a conversation leading to you selling them that exact offer, giving them that calendar and booking the call. So how do you do that? You need to become personal. As I said, you need to outreach to people, help them. Like, don't just force selling stuff. You need to be more human. So you need to provide free value to actually get them to book to your call. Provide free value. Give them something that they will be interested in. Give them tips. Give them something they need. When you give them something they need, you can offer them, hey, I just want to know, when you offer them that, like, hey, I just want to know how much can you invest if you would like to invest to learn something from me, or what else. So he will tell you, I don't know, I don't have to invest. Or maybe somebody will tell you, I have $500, I have $2K, I have $10K to invest, if you provide them actual value. And when they tell you how much they have to invest, you tell them, amazing, like, would you like to hop on a call with me to get that sorted out, to see if we can work together, and so on, to fix your business, grow your personal brand, whatever service you're providing. So, and that will lead to you booking a call by being personal and providing value. I told you, you need to have an appointment setter. If you don't have already one, you can do it by yourself. So that's being personal, provide value, and actually outreach to those guys who are interested in your stuff. So you need to have an appointment setter, or you, and help people, of course. The best thing you can do is use voice notes and instant pictures. So whenever you've seen a video, for example, some guy providing value for that certain topic you're watching, you for sure came across a video of a guy saying at the end, comment video and I will send you this thing. DM me marketplace and I will send you my material, or something like that. And many of the guys who actually do that have appointment setters that actually convert those people who actually send that message later, and so on. And it actually got so robotic because everybody is using that, and everybody is using automated messages and so on. So you need to be sending voice notes and instant pictures so that people can actually see that you are behind that message. If you have an appointment setter, if he's doing messages instead of you, tell him, hey, if somebody is not that interested in my stuff, tell me to film him a short video of me talking, or a voice note or something like that, to send him, to spike that trust. Because like 60% of people right now actually think that the AI is behind the messages, or appointment setters, or what else, because everybody's using appointment setters right now, or AI automatizations, or what else. Like, you need to become personal. That spikes trust and credibility. So that leads to high ticket deals, as you can see right here, powered by Stripe. Thanks for your payment. And this is the easiest way how you can actually get your followers to be converted. So if you have 5K followers, that's 5K people you can outreach to. Let's say 5K outreach to. 2K are interested. Maybe 500 of them actually got to the call, and 50 of them actually booked, and who knows, bought your course, bought your coaching, whatever you sell. Get that in your mind. Even if you have 500 followers, that's a lot. If you have qualified followers, if you outreach to them, if you make this exact thing I described here, you can make money with 500 followers, 200 followers. It's not that important how much followers you have. You need to have quality followers, as we talked on the beginning of the video, and you need to have the correct system to convert them, as I actually described here. So this leads us to analyze and plan. Analyze content, analyze competitors, analyze offer and community. So if you're a beginner in personal branding, you need to plan out your content. So I told you already, make the 2 to 4 posts per day. Be consistent every single day. So plan out what you want to actually post. Go look at the niche you want to be in. See the top creators performing with that exact content and copy them. But add your twist. You will actually have a correct plan. And later on, when you've posted already enough times, you will analyze that content and see what performed the best. And the best performing content, you will need to post that again. Not the same video, but add a twist, add something new, the exact same type of content. So you will actually accumulate that successful content, and you will actually make a successful personal brand with quality followers and quality lead. If you want to scale, you need to be doing 1 quality video per day. So you need to analyze. You need to analyze your content. See what worked for you. See what actually worked for you. If you don't have the content that actually worked out, also go see the top performing creators in your niche who are getting actual results with their content and copy that. But add your twist. And you need to analyze your content to see what actually worked out, copy that, and do it again. So that's how you scale. So to make one quality video, you need to have a great background, you need to have lightning, you need to have great value to talk in that video. You need to actually get that brain working to get outstanding value. Like give the sauce every single day. When you give the sauce every single day, you will get so much more qualified followers, so much more results, so much more people that wanna work with you. And that's how you scale with your content. If you're not posting 2 to 3, 5 videos per day already, give it all for that one video. Competitors. If you're new, you don't have competitors. You just need to post for yourself and see what works. If you're scaling, you need to see competitors that actually make good progress. And those who make good progress actually see if they have something that they are doing bad. So you don't do that stuff. When you analyze competitors, you will actually get more knowledge, get more ideas you can be posting, and so on. Like you need to be analyzing competitors constantly, not just content. You need to be analyzing their meta ads, you need to be analyzing their stories, you need to be analyzing their posts, you need to be analyzing their messages. Like send a random message from a separate account to their profile and see how they work. You need to be specific, like you need to be direct with that. You need to dig, you need to actually see what other people do so you can get an actual idea how those guys make tens of thousands of dollars. That will actually help you. Like go send a message from a second account, try to book a call from a second account, try to book a call with that guy, see how they work, maybe we can implement something from them, and so on. Like you need to be constantly analyzing your competitors. Offer. If you're a beginner, you need to find the correct offer for your audience, for your niche, for your personal brand, because many of the guys on the beginning don't know what to actually sell. And that's a big problem. You need to get that done as quick as possible. So see what other people similar to your niche sell and try to find somebody that is close to you, that doesn't have big following or I don't know, big numbers. So if you want to sell that, and actually you will make money with that because you're selling something that already works. You need to analyze the market to see what other people similar to you sell on the beginning. On the beginning, you cannot sell one-on-one coaching, for example. On the beginning, you cannot sell maybe courses or whatever. Like you need to gain knowledge, you need to gain experience and so on. I would recommend to sell something like services for other guys with your personal brand. First start with services. When you get enough people that you've delivered results, you can make a course, you can make coaching, you can make whatever you want. But start out with services, for example, providing marketing services, providing filming services, providing something services. And if you're scaling, you need to be constantly updating your offer. We already talked about this. Like if you're playing Fortnite, you know that game always gets updated. Whatever game, every single game in the world gets constantly updated. So you need to constantly update your offer. Add some new stuff. Add something they cannot say no to. Add something so crazy they will beg to get that from you. Constantly improve your offer, see what other guys do, analyze that, plan that, and you will actually make an amazing offer that actually sells for itself. You don't need marketing for that. When you have a good offer, it sells by itself. Not complicated at all. When you're in the beginning, you need to start making a community. When I was on the beginning, for example, I made a community, and that community is still active till this day, and it has made me much more money, much more friendships, much more networking connections and so on. Because if you have a community with like-minded people in your niche, you will get so much more things done. It's so crazy. I have maybe 600 people in that group, and everyone has something that they are good at. Maybe this guy is good at editing. Maybe this guy is good at appointment setting. I actually got my editor from my community. I actually got my appointment setter from my community. I actually got so much more guys that are working for me from my community. And many of those guys offer services for free because in that community you provide so much value. You bring guests, you do weekly calls, for example, and you make something valuable inside, and they give you back. You get so much more when you make a community. Make a community. You need to do that. And if you're scaling, make a community if you don't have already one. If you have a community already, You need to be focusing more on that community. You need to be bringing value. For me, for example, I always bring guests. Once per month, I bring a special guest to my call. Every single guy from the community can ask him questions, can actually get some knowledge, and I share value. When you share value, you will get more people interested in your stuff and your high ticket services, or you can upsell them later on for something. Like, the community is very, very important. You need to analyze and plan that. It takes brain power to analyze and plan everything, but give like 1 to 2 days of brain power. Give it all you got to improve these things here. When you analyze and plan, you actually make progress. Without this, you wouldn't be making any money and you wouldn't be scaling. And without this, you cannot scale to hundreds of $1,000s per month because you don't analyze and you don't plan. You maybe need to get feedback from your guys you're working with, from your community. Get feedback from them. Ask them, what do you think should be added to maybe my offer, or my one-on-one coaching, or the community? What do you think would improve that community, or something like that? Like, ask people for feedback. That's the most important thing you can do, and that will actually scale your content from 10K per month to 100K per month. And as I said, that takes brain power. But when you invest that brain power, it makes an iron-made, unbreakable offer content community. Like, you cannot break that. You will actually deliver results by itself on autopilot. So you need to give that energy to this, and you will actually get that done. So this was my personal branding course. We have been going through everything that needs to be done in actual personal branding. So use this. This is actual knowledge and actual value. I wouldn't be speaking this if I didn't know what I'm talking about. I've been doing every single thing I've showed here for the last 4 years. I've been testing everything, and I actually made so much more money, so much more connections, so much more followers, so much everything. Like, I gained trust. You need to start personal branding right now if you didn't already. And if you want to scale, go back and actually study this, what I've been telling you here. And this actually works, and big ballers in the game use every single thing I mentioned here. So you need to use this. I wouldn't be talking this, and you wouldn't be watching this video till the end for 1 hour if I didn't have knowledge. And if you want to implement this, I'm telling you right here, go book that call in the description. We will work together, and you will make so much more money, so much more followers, and you will skyrocket your personal brand. Trust me. So go book that call. We will go through everything on that call, and you will get to see if that works for you. So tell me your video ideas, the more things you want to see on my YouTube channel, and that's it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, boys. Bye. Ciao, ciao.